Your kind has always been closer to us than mortals. A burden too great for a child.
What? So that's like how powerful she's gonna be? Like, she's about to be powerful.
I think she's on Elias, ain't she?
You think it's Elias?
Life is fragile. More so than the incomplete thing born of the forest's shadow. What will you discover at the end of your journey?
This is probably like when she's
That's
like a little
dope.
maid.
That's what I'm saying. They're showing like a glimpse into like the future.
Oh,
they changed
new
the
intro.
Okay. I kind of like the other one. That kinda makes me, I kind of miss it. I'm kind of like, what?
I'm not getting the same feel, bro.
No, I don't say all that. I mean, that's gonna be dope, but it's kind of like, where's the white touch? This is a good time to change it, though. I mean, I feel like we did kind of finish our arc with her getting her wand. This is the start of a new era.
They're not showing like future
That's
stuff.
what I was gonna say. They're not spoiling anything. They're just showing all flashback stuff that we've already seen. It's almost like a refresher, except not in an annoying way, like how they usually do. Like previously on, like it says, like in the thing. Oh yeah, these things.
Those are woolly bugs.
Oh, yeah.
They consume the chill in the air and grow wool, much like sheep. Their population generally increases just before summer. Don't shear their legs, only the body.
Sorry, why didn't you mention that sooner?
She let her opinion be known. She's improving.
If you see one that looks slightly different, come and tell me before you touch it.
Right.
Remember what Nevin said?
What? Oh yeah, I better tell him now. It seemed like that's what she wanted to do, was tell him. Hope she hurries up.
I meant to talk to Elias as soon as I got back home. Now I don't know when to bring it up.
The one she's not supposed to touch.
That looks a little different. Bruce, look at that one.
Oh shoot.
Elias, it's freezing. Oh no. Elias said to get him before I touched it. Is this thing dangerous? Back? Why didn't that work?
She said. Fire doesn't work either.
Oh shoot.
A baby?
This isn't good.
You're done freezing here. Leave now. Chisei,
Elias, what was that thing?
a snow bug. Unlike woolly bugs, they consume warmth. It just fed on her heat.
I'm sorry.
She didn't try to touch anything. It flew straight into her.
I know. Summer is their breeding season, so it must have been hungry.
I'm sorry. I know you have a lot to do. I'll get out of your way. What is it?
While you were gone, the whole house felt cold. Yet sitting as we were just now felt warm. Do you know why that might be?
Oh. Well,
The perfect time to talk.
Chisei,
the timing.
tell me, how was your trip to the Airy?
It was, well, I thought it was pretty interesting. That one day, did that maybe look tasty to you? What I mean is,
You were awake.
I thought I dreamed it until Master Lindell told me his story. I was just curious. Elias?
You want to erase her memory?
Okay, let's see.
Look, I only...
She said, that is a story you do not need to remember. Understood?
I think he was trying to.
Oh, that's his one.
Don't do that. Please, it's about someone I care for. I do need it. I do. Inhuman things have been coming after me as far back as I can remember. It was scary. But when Dad was around, I felt safe. Until... one day he took my brother and disappeared. I think Mom just couldn't take it after that. She got tired. And she died. I didn't get to go with her either. I had loved my family more than anything. But they left me behind. They didn't want me. So I decided I didn't want a family ever again. I didn't want the same thing to happen. And then you showed up and told me I was your family. So I thought maybe I could take another crack at this family thing. But it felt impossible because you weren't ever willing to talk about yourself. That's why, when Master Lindell told me stories about how you used to be, it made me happy.
Happy?
The truth is, I'm not scared of you, Elias. I'm scared that you're going to abandon me, like them.
Humans lie. However, I believe in you. You're my apprentice, after all. I wonder,
Yeah?
how does a human feel that another is important to them? How do they recognize and catalog the emotion?
Oh, good question.
As I've said before, I don't know how it empathize with humans. Even if I wished to say the same words back to you, they would only be lies. You left. And I was terribly cold, even though it's summer. What would you call that? Is there a name for such a feeling?
Loneliness.
I see. While you were gone, I felt lonely.
He really is basically still a child.
That's
and
all
he
it was.
ended up in an adult's body.
I'm looking forward to further lessons already. Teacher of human things.
So, did anything different or interesting happen while I was away?
No. A few unusual birds flew by.
She put that way like it was a video game. Like it just disappeared. You see that? Like that thing's long. Why does he look like Elias a little bit? Whoa, what? That's what her necklace can do?
So they ain't gonna explain that dude?
Coming.
Hey, could I bother you for my usual remedy?
Hi, Simon. Sure.
I hate when he comes.
I feel like he's always annoying. He always does something that's just like, bro, okay, get out.
What? Who'd bother coming at this hour? I'll get it.
You got people?
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Greetings.
What the fuck is
The
this?
master of the house available.
Ashen Eye. This creature is a millennia old and comes to visit me occasionally. Be on your guard. It is no human.
You have no reason to be fearful of me. I have no intention of harming you, little one. Your blood comes from the world's eastern edge,
He smells like sand.
yet your hair and eyes are different. Unlike those of most such island dwellers, they are not the hue of freshly turned earth. It seems your lineage also carries blood from the western continent. Hmm?
I'm sorry. I don't actually know much about where my family is from.
Blood ties are vital among a herd, but matter little to the individual. 'Tis a human foible to obsess about such things. Far better to let instinct and your true nature guide you. A gift to the youngest born of those who capture and bind us.
You're a dog. Oh my god. Turned her into a fox.
She say.
That better not be the end of the episode. Oh my gosh. She was beautiful though. Like, as a fox. Like, it was a beautiful fox. But what do you think's going on? Like, what do you think's happening?
I don't know. I just knew that guy was trouble as soon as he knocked on the
Yeah,
door.
like, I don't know why he let her. I don't know why he let him get close to her like that. I don't understand. Maybe he didn't have a choice. I don't know. But maybe he's trying to make her his familiar.
What? That'd be something.
Where's Ruth at? I'm trying to see what he does.
He's always with her. I'm surprised he went with her in that moment.
Yeah, he's a dog too, so it'd be like, I don't know. But they ended that very like, okay, like, so we have no clue what the fuck just happened. Like, what's going on? Like, what is this a good thing or it's obviously a bad thing? That's what it seemed like with that music.
Yeah, and then how like they showed that necklace and like he looked like a demon.
Yeah, when it came up and then it was like 3 eyes, it was like, oh, what? Yeah, he definitely cast a spell on her. But I don't know, we thought that one dude was bad when he kidnapped her on that dragon, and it turned out to be her grandmaster, so, I mean, the fact that he let him come there means I'm hoping he can't be all bad.
It's kind of 50-50 about it because like he did say like keep your guard up around him.
He could just be a trickster.
Mm.
I don't know, but hopefully she breaks out of it. Or maybe this will test Elias to break her out of it. I don't know. But regardless of that, I like that moment where they got to talk.
They still didn't talk about what I wanted them to talk about.
Yeah, they didn't. But it was something.
Yeah.
You know, like it was a step closer to what they want. Like, I mean, it ain't gonna happen over, like, in one night. Like, oh, and this is all I've done. And I killed all those people, and that's the reason why they hate me now. Like, that ain't got to happen. Like, she opened up a little bit about herself. And he opened up a little bit about himself. I mean, he said that he felt lonely. That's a huge step for Elias. Like, he felt lonely. Like, he hasn't told you about himself. He told you how he felt. But until the day you ask, it's not really, you know. So it's good because they're still on track, you know, and they got one step a little bit closer, and that was dope. I like that moment they had.
What do you think about him trying to erase her memory?
Yeah, that was crazy. I'm surprised she wasn't mad at him for that. him trying to erase her memory. That scene definitely, like, I mean, we can pretty much assume that that's exactly. He didn't say it, but it was obvious. Yeah, he was trying to erase her memory. Yeah, but she was actually like, I'm surprised she didn't be like, "What are you doing?" Like, she didn't do that. She was just like, "Don't." Like, it's a memory about somebody I care about, which is him, right? Mm-hmm. So I was like, "Oh, what?" And he didn't answer the question. Like, did I look tasty to you?
I feel like he kind of answered that. He's like, "Oh, you was awake during that?" I kind of said, "Yeah" to me.
Yeah, he's probably still fighting his hunger for humans. So that was probably like a moment of weakness, to where he was just like, "Oh, I could do it. I could really do it."
But it shows how strong he is because he didn't.
He didn't do it exactly, but he was probably ashamed that she still saw him in that moment. But it's okay because she was like, "No, don't erase it. That's not the solution."
I feel like I wouldn't want to be in a relationship if I had to hide something. I feel like if I can like show you like everything about me, that makes the relationship that much better.
That's true. I think he was just ashamed. I think because it's just that's huge to him. Like I really like. That's something I never should do ever should do. But I did it, and you saw me at that. Like I'd rather just delete that from existence. Like he thinks that it can just be that simple, even though of course it's not. But like I get where he's coming from, I guess.
With Groove, like he shut a fire out of his mouth. Like you think it's from her? Because I don't think he's originally fire, is he? I thought he was darkness.
I don't know what he is. He has a bunch of different. But yeah, since she's fire, maybe. That was crazy how, like, that thing didn't even, like, it just absorbed it. He made it more powerful. Because it got bigger after he did that. And then laid an egg.
I thought it was going to be like a swarm that came out. Like, oh my god. But there's another baby, which was still bad, but not as bad as a swarm.
Yeah. You know what Elias could have did, though, that would have improved it? Instead of saying, if you see one that's different, come see me. He could have said, there's also one that absorbs warmth. So beware of it. When you see it, do this. He gave her very, very little information to go on. His communication is very, very low. It does need to be very better. Or it does need to improve.
I feel like he's still a little child inside, like she said, just in a human, not a human body, but like in a adult body.
Yeah.
Because like that's why they was like struggling with it, like oh, we can't use fire on it. Like you didn't tell them anything, just don't touch it.
Yeah. When you could have told them. Why is it so hard? Why is it so hard to do that? Like, man. But it can be. I don't know. To him, it's like, I don't know.
When we was watching this, when she was like learning the magic, I thought it was about to like transition into her like becoming like a powerful mage. I was like, please don't go down this route, like to where they like
fast forward. No, I could tell. Like, nah, I don't think they do. That would have sucked.
Yeah.
If it had been like 10 years into the future, I'd been like, what? Like, how you gonna have the whole show? That would have been terrible.
Like, let us grow with her.
Yeah.
I want to see her like grow. Like, don't fast forward any of this. Like, I want to see her go through all the stages.
Yeah. The only thing that kind of leaves me kind of like, I guess, curious is how when it shows her like final form, she still looks the same age. Like, I don't know. Like, I thought that she was she seems like a young adult. Like, maybe like, seems like she's like 18. She seems like she's like exactly 18. So I'm like, okay, if this, I guess that would be the full, not really though. Like, wouldn't she be a little bit, I don't know. She just seemed the same.
I could see him saying something like, since she's like a slave, that like she can learn things more quickly than others. So she probably does like learn a bunch of magic and all that within a short amount of time.
So do you think her physical form is going to change? Like I was imagining her like eventually taking the form of like the great grandmaster, like Lindell's teacher. Like how she looks. She looks very, very like mature and older. She still looks young, but very, very mature and older. Like I'm wondering, will Chise end up looking like that towards the end of this anime? Because when it showed the flash forward of her having like draped out and like the level 100, mage stuff, it's like yet she still looks the same age. Like you said, okay, she could have learned it very soon. So does that mean that she's just gonna look like this the entire anime? Because I don't know. I've kind of been wondering that the whole time I've been seeing this. Like looks like a child, kind of the whole anime. Like I'm wondering, will she grow up? I guess that's my question. Do you think she'll grow up physically or no?
By the time the anime's over, yeah.
You think so? You think she'll look different? You think it'll be so subtle we don't see it, or you think it'll be like?
To me, I feel like she might have longer hair and like her body might be more developed, but like other than that, like her face changing and all that.
I don't know. That's what I meant. Like body developing, hair developing.
Yeah.
You think it will happen?
Yeah.
Okay. Because, I mean, it's fine if it doesn't, but it's just kind of like, to me, it's like, so she's the same age. Plus, I don't know, for some reason, it's just kind of weird seeing the difference between the two. Like, it's fine, it's still adorable, but at the same time, it's like, it would be so much more appropriate if she looked closer, body-wise, to Lindell's teacher, just with red hair, all the same stuff. But that type of, because then it'd be like, oh, okay, now they actually look like they're the same age. You see what I'm saying? Like instead of looking like this old dude with this like little kid. So I would say, now that I think about it, I think it might be more satisfying if like once they get married, like if they get married, if they make it to that. Level where it's like mission accomplished type stuff, like, and it happens, at the finale. I would hope that once that happens, maybe they could have something where it's like on some like, okay, you remember at the end of Fullmetal Alchemist after I can't spoil Fullmetal Alchemist, but you remember like, okay, how something happened, and then after it happened, they did like alright, so that was the end of the story, but 10 years later, this is what, their life is like, and then it ended. Like, I feel like, hopefully they do that with this. Like, oh, happily ever after, you know what I'm saying? But then right before the finale ends, they flash forward 10 years later, and then it shows Chise grown up, looking like, that mage with him, and then they actually look the same, physically. Hopefully they do something like that. Is what I'm saying. Because I feel like if she grew up now physically, it would send the message that the time of development is over, even though it's not true. They both have a long way to go. So, but all I'm saying is that I hope that it happens. I hope I see it before the end, I guess is what I'm saying.
So you think like this anime is going to be like one of those longer animes? I don't want to say like, it ain't going to be like, I know it's not going to be like Naruto or One Piece level. But you think it's going to be like Fullmetal Alchemist Death Note long? Yeah,
of course. I mean, we're on what, episode
13?
13? I think it'll probably get to like...
I'm thinking like 26.
You think it's 20? Nah, I hope it's not that short. I'm hoping 40. 30, 36. I'm hoping 36. You say 26?
Yeah.
So 36. I say 36. Maybe even longer if they can, but... if it's anything less than 36, I'm going to be a little bit mad. I'm going to just be like, what? Like, it's so good. Like, it's so good. It doesn't seem like they're running out of steam at all. It seems like they're just getting started. It doesn't even seem like we've hit the halfway point yet. It seems like this is maybe like, it's a good little way. Like, you feel me? Like, I feel like this is, in terms of, I compared it to Fullmetal Alchemist for a reason. In terms of like the momentum, it has a very Fullmetal Alchemist momentum. Taking their time. Every episode has something else to it that makes the story deeper. And it doesn't seem like you're rushing. It doesn't seem like you're about to hit the end anytime soon. But with Fullmetal Alchemist, you could kind of tell when you're about to hit the end. It didn't just creep up on you like unexpectedly, like what? And then it ended? Like, it wasn't like that. You could tell, like, okay, soon Fullmetal Alchemist is going to reach its climax. There was hints that was letting you know, like, oh, okay, the whole thing that they've been trying to do since the beginning is about to finally happen. So with that being said, the ending is coming up. Like, it was very well done. I feel like that's kind of the same way this feels. So to me, it feels like the ending is nowhere in sight. Like, we got plenty of time. Like, if it's 26, then this is the halfway point. Then is what you're saying. I feel like we're not at the halfway point.
I feel like, you know how like manga creators, like, they look at like other mangas for like influence and like inspiration and ideas and all that.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they should start looking at this, because like this is good.
Yeah, but this is new as well. I mean, you're saying you think other manga creators should look at this one, but I mean, it's still coming out. It's not even done yet. I mean, in the future, definitely. Yeah. Like, in the future, definitely, people are going to have to take a note out of this. But I feel like this, it has a very, I think I already said this, but it reminds me of Spirited Away a little bit. Like, that type of vibe, I feel like I kind of feel in this. Like, I wouldn't be surprised. I definitely got to do some research on whoever made this. But I wouldn't be surprised if they were like, yeah, the author of Spirited Away, you know, that's like my, you know, I like them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd be like, okay, I can. It's not similar at all in terms of animation. It's just the vibe. Like, you can't see it, but the way it kind of has like that peaceful zen of like energies flowing through the world, like, it's very Spirited Away. It's innocent, you know, but deep at the same time, and intense yet innocent.
I feel like we touched on the subject, but I'm gonna bring it up again. But like, I like this anime because like when we watched like the opening, like there was no spoilers like whatsoever.
Yeah, I like that, because that's why I don't really watch anime intros when I can help it, because it's like, great, I'm already know every single character, I'm already know all the biggest scenes that are going to happen in this thing. Pretty much I know the whole anime off there. That's not what you do. Like, that's not, I cannot stand that. But the first intro, it just showed random scenes that weren't really like spoiler. And then this one just showed stuff that we've already seen, which I really like, because it kept you knowing, like, okay, this is what they've done so far. Like, ooh, I remember that moment. Ooh, I remember that moment. You remember that? You remember that happened? Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, dang, they've conquered a lot so far, you know? So yeah, like you said, I definitely like how they did that. They're definitely killing it. I mean, they're definitely killing it. It seems like they've done their research. It seems like they know what to do and what not to do in an anime, and definitely are doing it. I mean, I still can't predict anything that's going to happen.
Oh yeah, like
this.
I think this is like one of the most hardest animes to predict, like future wise, like where it's going future.
Like, I have no clue what's going to happen with this. I have no clue what's going to happen with this dude turning her into a fox. Like, no clue at all.
I actually kind of like it, for real.
I do. That's what makes me know, okay, this is a good anime.
Because like in other reaction videos, like you can tell, like, oh, they calling stuff like straight down, like, I'm pretty sure they watched this before, and like, nah, like we just like saw it so many times.
Yeah, I mean, it's just obvious sometimes, especially once you see so many. It's like, okay, obviously this is gonna happen, but it's like they just do it good with this. Like, it's not cut and dry at all. They're obviously pulling. It's original.
It's original. Oh yeah, definitely.
It's very original.
I'm glad you chose that word, because it really is
very original. Very original.